Has anyone else ever had somebody tell them that Billy Graham was a fraud? Billy's been dead for a while now, but that guy was an OG. I've seen so much of his content, man, and I didn't even know about him until he was old, like really old. But I remember just when I lived by myself in my apartment, man, I'd get anxiety every night being all by myself, and I'd say, "Take me home, Billy," and I'd put on some YouTube, watch some Billy Graham. Now, I've heard a lot of people say like Joel Osteen is a fraud, and you know, some other pastors and stuff like that. And there's definitely some frauds in the business, but I never heard Billy Graham being a fraud. Like, I never heard that before. Like, that guy was a warrior. And also, I think it's proof that you take Jesus with you, like, to the grave, like, that you're not a fraud, right? Like, this guy was preaching and preaching and preaching right until he went into the casket, man. I think if you were a fraud, you would, like, give it up when you were, like, 50. You'd be like, I made enough money. I'm pretty much done with this. But I do not think Billy Graham is a fraud. I believe, truly believe that he will be in the kingdom. And, you know, his son, Franklin Graham, you know, he's a really, really inspirational guy too. What a pair of shoes to try to fill. So, you know, the whole Billy Graham movement, I thought, was just absolutely beautiful. That guy has motivated me. He's inspired me. And I think he's gotten a lot of people to come to Christ. And I absolutely love the end of his sermons, like in these giant football stadiums, where he'd be like, "You up in the top stands there, you're going to come now. We're going to wait on you. And you up there moving slow, yeah, we're going to wait on you too." And honestly, if you haven't taken up your cross yet, if you haven't come publicly and announced your love and ambition towards Jesus, and just really, really made it public, make it public. Do it at church, you know, do it in a YouTube video. Jesus said, "If you deny me in front of your friends, I will deny you in front of my Father." So, you know, this is real. If you're a believer, you already understand this. If you're not, I really wish you would pay attention, because there is a whole another world out there. And whether you realize it or not, you have been longing to it for a long time. I think that these kids that go to these debates, you know, at colleges and things like that, like, I don't think they're there because they want to prove themselves right to the world. Be like, "Yeah, told you there's no God." I think the only reason they show up to those things is because they're desperately seeking God, and they don't know how to get around to it. I think they're there because they want to be proved wrong. And honestly, all these people that are fighting to put God, like, on the map, or back on the map, so to speak, they're all warriors. You know, we're all warriors, and God is commanding us to go out and preach. So it's really crazy for me. You know, I got a family that depends on me, and I have the talent, I have the ability to go door to door and make money, which is something that less than 1% of the population can do. Should I be applying my focus to making a whole bunch of money, you know, selling solar, selling security, selling fiber internet, something like that? Or should I be knocking doors for God? You know, because I mean, if you can sell Jesus, I think you can sell anything. Show up at somebody's house and be like, "Hey, somebody's looking out for you." So there's a whole lot going on in this world. Frauds, fakers, but I think Billy Graham was repping it right, and I think we should rep it right. And if you don't know what God wants from you, pray and ask Him. We just pray and we ask God for things over and over and over again. Pray and ask Him what He wants for you, from you, and beyond that, you know, like, what can you do in the world? I think Kanye West had a video where he's like, "You guys don't understand. You're young. You don't have any commitments yet. You have energy. You have time. You have resources, connections. You can save the world." A lot of people think Kanye West is crazy. Maybe a little bit, but a little bit of crazy is good, man. So let's just stay blessed up and do whatever we can every single day to make things worth it.